So in the last video, I finally got my Etsy shop set up and ads listed for the 3D products I'm going to sell. In this video, I got my first sale. So I'm going to walk you through the process coming from a beginner and never really using Etsy or selling on Etsy, what you can expect once you get notification of that sale. I'm also going to quickly show you the space I'm working with where I'm turning into a 3D printed area for the business. So you can see the blank slate I'm working with and how that's going to change throughout this process. So stay tuned. All right, so this is a shot of the room that I'm going to be using for my 3D printed side of the business. It was a spare guest room and we just got rid of the bed so that way we have more room for what needs to be done. This desk was already in here. It was just a cheap $50 desk from Amazon and I just went ahead and put the A1 on there and it works okay. I want to find something a little more sturdy because that thing does shake a lot and it ends up knocking things off if I put it on there. And you see I got my extra filament rack over here. I'm going to have to print out some extra tiers on it because I'm running out of space for sure. And I definitely have more orders of black come in. And then you'll see I do have my old Ender 3 V2. Not sure what to do with that yet. I keep having issues with prints sticking to the bed because it still works, but I got to figure that out. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that yet. But this kind of area is a work in progress. I need to get some more shelving and stuff. This is where I keep a lot of the products that I've printed out and have listed. And then I have like stuff down there for the bottoms of the coasters and then just some cool stuff I printed out. These little shelves that kind of resemble storage shelves, just miniature. And then this Yellowstone print that I'm working on, just got to put the doors on. So just some cool stuff I do on the side when I'm not printing out inventory. And then you'll see I do have an air purifier in here. Whether that is needed or not, I don't know, but the A1 kept putting off like a melted plastic smell that was really strong in this room. So I've just put this in here and it seems to help with the smell. It doesn't get rid of it completely, but it definitely helps reduce that smell a little bit. So if you are having that issue, these are pretty cheap. I think it was maybe 20 bucks on Amazon. So not a big expense there. And just some extra tools and stuff down here. Again, I got to find some better storage. So trying to figure out what kind of shelving and stuff I want to do in here. Pretty much a blank canvas. And this is my shipping area over here. And you'll see I do have a studio light, kind of bringing in some extra light in here. But I need to figure out a desk to put in here. I want to get a desk big enough that will have a lot of space to where I can work from here, like from a computer, and have a big enough area for the shipping. So you can see I have several different boxes right here. So I have the small ones for single coaster orders and then this one for multiple ones. And then actually just put them in these plastic pouches right here that are bubble wrapped. And then I do have a thermal printer I'm going to be using for the labels and some other things. And I just printed out a 3D stand for it. So they do sell them separately, but I figured since I have a 3D printer, it'd be better off just printing one off. And it seems to do okay. Not the most sturdy design, but it works. You'll see I'm just using a food scale right here to kind of determine the weight of the items that I'm shipping. My wife, I need to return this to her because she bought it for obviously the kitchen, so I need to get a separate scale for these, but it works for now. I'm not doing anything too crazy. And then as far as like packing paper, I just save old stuff that we get so that way I don't have to buy any. So any packages I get, I just kind of store the extra paper in here and then I can use those to fill the boxes, and then that reduces a little bit of shipping expenses, not having to go buy that paper. You see I do have some extra paper here on one of these miniature shelves, so I definitely need to get a real life shelf, but for now that's gonna work. But I definitely want to get this stuff up off the floor, make it easier to ship things since I'm getting some orders now, but just trying to figure out what to put here. But kind of a blank canvas, so obviously we're starting with just one printer, so who knows where it'll go from here. But definitely going to start organizing this room better once I get some furniture in here to make it a little bit easier to print stuff and then package it out as we go. Like I said, I want to put my laptop in here so I can send prints directly to the printer, print off labels and everything that instead of having to go back and forth between my office down the hall. So this is my office and there are several videos going over my studio. So this is actually my studio in here where I do a lot of the talking head videos. But This is the type of desk I really want to get in there. It's an uplift desk, standing desk. I really don't need the standing version of it, so maybe just a fixed desk. But what I like about these are just the workspace. Like that is it's like 70 some inches long and much wider than normal desks come, and just a lot more working space, and these things are sturdy. Now, I don't know if I want to drop another $1,400 for one of these for just a spare room. So I'm looking for some other options, but I definitely highly recommend one of these if you do work from home. They are awesome. It's kind of something I want to get for that other office. I wouldn't mind one of these Husky ones, but again, they're still pretty expensive for what they are. So yeah, usually I just go from here. Right now, I just have everything printing, send it to the print from this Mac Mini right here, and then I'll come back in here and print out labels and stuff like that. I definitely like to get everything for the 3D printed business side in that spare room. So as you can see, I do have my first order I need to ship out from Etsy. So let's go ahead and get the box put together, and then we'll bring the shipping label printer in here and see how easy it is to actually get this shipped out. We're back here in the office studio, and we are going to finish getting this sent out. Again, this is my first sale through Etsy, so I'm going to show you guys kind of the process as I'm learning it to see exactly how easy Etsy makes it. All I did is go into my shop manager, and it just has a notification that, hey, you have an order, and I'm going to go through the steps as far as what it takes to actually get a label printed out and get a tracking number associated with that. So this is the package that we had packed up. I went ahead and put a business card in there. Another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to print out a thank you sticker, and using this Munbine thermal printer right here. If you guys are going to be doing a lot of printing, whether you need custom stickers, shipping labels, anything you want to do, and especially if you're doing Amazon to where you have to print out a bunch of SKU numbers and everything like that, your life is going to be so much easier with a thermal printer. So I'd highly look into getting one of these, because if you're using a regular printer, it is a pain in the butt. It doesn't always recognize the paper size, and ink is expensive. These things are relatively inexpensive. Munbine has actually sent me this. Just full disclosure, I was actually looking for thermal printers when they just happened to reach out at the same time, so it was kind of convenient. And they asked if they would be okay if they would send this over, try it out, and we're actually going to see how it works printing out a label, so I'm excited to see it. They didn't pay me or anything for this, they just sent it for me to try out. So I'm going to give you my honest opinion of it and some cool things that it can do. And again, I was already in the market for one, so I'm like, why not? Yeah, go ahead and send it. So far, it's been a good experience, super easy to set up and put together. It's Bluetooth, and they have an app that you can kind of control it from as well, or you can control it from your computer. You'll see I do have it plugged in to my Mac Mini right here through a USB-C cable. Unfortunately, you can't use Bluetooth from a Mac system. I believe you can with the PC, but right now not Mac, so that's why I have it connected to the computer here. Or if you do everything from your phone, you just download the app that they have and you can print it out through there, especially if you have the Shop Manager app with Etsy. I'm sure you can do the labels there. So I'm going to show you how easy it is to load in the labels here for the shipping. And then I'm going to be using these right here to print out a thank you sticker. And the cool thing is this is automatically going to recognize the size of the label that I'm putting together. So I don't have to do any manual changes to the thing. It's automatically going to recognize what type of paper I'm putting in here. So we're going to go ahead and jump into the Shop Manager. All right, you can see the Shop Manager right here, and this is what it pops up. It'll give you notification under your orders like it did right here. Pops it up, and this is what he ordered and needs to ship by March 1st because he ordered it today. And so right here is where it says you can actually ship and print out through Etsy. Etsy already charged him for shipping, but they give me an option here to where I can save a little bit going through them. So I'm going to try that and see what happens. So I'm actually going to click on that and go through this. All right, so it comes up here and I'm going to select when I'm shipping it. I'm probably going to get this shipped out tomorrow. So it doesn't look like they have the exact box I have. They really just give you the USPS flat rates and the FedEx ones, but this is one obviously I got from Amazon, so I don't know how they correlate. So I'm just going to select the unusual irregular package here. So I do have to actually go ahead and weigh this again because I don't remember what it weighs. I just want to confirm in the box. Using my wife's food scaler, I need to give this back to her and order an exact one here. So we'll go ahead and put this on here, and we're going to go ahead and do it in ounces. So it's 6.1 ounces, so I'm going to put that in for the weight. All right, so I put the numbers in here, and it is giving me a price going through USPS here. So it did give me a couple different price options. First is going through USPS Ground Advantage, which is the lowest, And then priority mail, they're still about the same delivery date. He's only about an hour or two away from me, so I'm just going to hit the ground advantage, so it should be delivered probably in a day or two. You can add a signature depending on if you want them to sign for it so it doesn't get stolen, but I think there's going to be an additional cost there. So now all I'm going to do is hit review. I'm purchasing one label for $4.33, and I'm going to hit purchase. All right, so now it says giving me the option to print shipping labels, and that's where I'm going to go ahead and use this thermal printer here. I have these flat ones that they included in the box, but I also have a roll as well that you can get that I had on that stand I showed you. So basically you just have to open it up here and just put it in. There's this like black line right here is all we have to get it up to, and it's going to run a calibration. And this is just it checking for the correct size of the label. And we should be good to go. So I'm going to hit print shipping label. And then in my printer section here, I'm going to select more and select this printer since I have it hooked up. So by default, it gives you like an 8x6 label that you could print out on an actual printer. But I went ahead and selected a different option for a label printer and selected the 4x6 option. And there we go. And it's that simple. So it printed out pretty nice. I don't want to show it just to give away the address, but all I'm going to do is put some packing tape on this thing. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to show you how to do custom thank you stickers if you want to do that. I know a lot of people are interested in that kind of thing. So I'm just going to put this in here. These little clips will move in, and then I'm just going to close the lid. And then for this, I'm going to use the app. So I'm going to pull up the app here. All right, so once you open up the app, this is the home page. You can create your own or a template. Just to make things simple, I'm going to go ahead and select one of these recommended. So I'm going to hit this thank you one right here, and I'm going to hit use. And it is going to print out once I hit print. I could change a bunch of things here. I can add text, stuff like that, but I'm just going to use the pre-made one, and I'm going to hit print. And it's going to print out a thank you note. So pretty cool. And then you can just stick that either on the box or if you want to throw it in there. What I'm thinking about doing is getting my logo to where I can actually make stickers for my business logo, because I love getting stickers and packages. And if you looked at my garage, I have stickers all over the place. So I appreciate a sticker when it comes with this stuff. So I'm going to try and make a printer friendly logo that I can print out with this, because this does only print in basically black. So my logo didn't really print out right because there's some color to it, but something that I'm going to look into doing, and you guys can do that too. Making stickers on this is going to be a lot cheaper than ordering them online and going that way. So that's another cool thing with this thermal printer, is creating stickers, and it prints out super fast. So if you have a bunch of stickers or shipping labels to print out, it's going to be a lot faster than just a regular printer. So I'm going to go ahead and throw in that thank you note. All right, and then I am just going to use some tape here. Now, I'm the type of person that likes a bunch of tape on boxes just because I don't want anything to happen, but I think this will be okay. So I'm just going to tape around this edge here. And luckily these boxes, I mean, for as cheap as they are pretty solid. So I'm really impressed with these Amazon boxes. Way cheaper than ordering from Uline or anywhere else. So I'm going to go ahead and put this label on here. It should fit on here just perfect. Cool. There we go. We got the package completed. Set that aside. All right, so then I did get a notification once I hit done in Etsy with the label. It said I saved about $1.67 from the normal shipping costs going directly from them. Somebody else ordered one of these just through Facebook Marketplace, and so I was getting pricing quotes from both UPS and USPS. UPS is way expensive. I even have a business account with them. I don't do a lot of business, so I don't get a huge discount, but UPS was really expensive compared to USPS for this size box, you know, coming in at just under half a pound. So I would definitely recommend looking at USPS for this type of stuff. And I think that's it. That was pretty easy. On my end, it's showing that there's nothing else to do. So if that's all you have to do to ship orders on Etsy, that makes it really convenient. So being able to purchase the labels and everything through them is a lot more convenient than having to go to USPS and do an account there, because they already have the shipping address on file that was put in by the buyer. All I have to do is select an option based on the package I'm sending, and you get a discount that way. So that is really cool. $3.91 is a lot cheaper, like I said, than the USPS one. The USPS for this same box quoted $17 and something cents. And that was their cheapest option too. So from that experience as my first order being shipped, it was really easy, super simple. Obviously you can see that. Took a little bit longer just because I'm doing a video, but if I wasn't doing that recording, that would have taken less than 5 minutes. So I really like the way that they make it convenient and fast for you to ship orders, especially if you're getting a ton of orders at a time. Me, and as you probably starting out, you're probably gonna have orders trickle in, so you're gonna be able to learn that process and just see how easy it is. There's a lot of things that you can do with Etsy that's pretty cool, so I'm still learning on all the cool things that they offer, and they make it real simple. So they'll give you tips and tricks on different things, and then you can monitor your stats and see what is working and what doesn't work, and follow some of their tips and advice to see if that will up your sales and things like that. And if you are interested, I will post a link to this printer that I have here. This thing is really cool. They have a lot of options on their website too. Obviously you can get this on Amazon, which I'll link, but they have a lot of stuff on their Amazon store, bunch of different types of labels and colors options and things like that. So it's really cool. These also do come in different colors. I saw that they have it in pink and black as well. So multiple color options for these, and for saving you all the time and headache from a printer and printer ink, definitely a good investment, whether you go with this one or any other one out there. There's a ton out there. Definitely recommend any type of thermal printer if you're going to be doing a lot of printing. So until the next video, go ahead and check out these two videos right here that YouTube is recommending, and we'll catch you on the next one.